Yes, this is Cheadle, and we have lived here all my life. Mother was raised in a neighbourhood area just round the corner. She was from a council estate on Councillor Lane, and Daddy plucked her from obscurity, really. David. It is David, isn't it?
Yeah, it's David.
Come in. Don't start the raid, you'll catch your death, as Mother says. Come in.
Is it Bartholomew?
Bartholomew, yes. Bartholomew Fairweather. Do I shake your hand?
Yep.
Do I talk to the camera or do I talk to your face?
The camera.
To the camera. Hello? Hello at home. Come in, but do be quiet. Mother's in the living room, and she doesn't like strangers, so shh. So, what's the plan for today then?
We're going to Sheffield to meet her.
To meet Sarah, yes. I was surprised to receive a reply from a young lady, and we just got talking, and we've been going out with each other for about 3 months now.
So is it a serious relationship?
Well,
Some would say.
I think it's serious, yeah. I think she could be the one. Well, she is the one. I bloody well love her, and that's why I'm going over to Sheffield today to finally meet her and say hello and, hopefully have a bit of sexy time. Some of us, David, as hard as it may seem, are not into going to clubs. We're not into going to listen to loud thumping music. So, where does a guy like that go to meet girls? I'll tell you where. The internet. To be perfectly honest with you, I think more people should get on the internet and start talking to each other. I just find it ridiculous that people don't talk to each other. Yes, I've got a picture I printed off the internet for you today. I don't know if your audience at home can see this. That's the first picture she sent me. Can you see that okay?
She looks very attractive.
Oh, she's beautiful. Well, Mother says I am quite a good-looking and handsome chap, so why shouldn't I have a beautiful fair lady to suit? And she sent me this one as well. She's a bit risque. That kind of got me all excited, so hopefully I'll be seeing more than that later. You're probably a more worldly guy than I am, David. What's the protocol when you first meet your girlfriend? Do you give her a kiss? Do you just get straight into it, put your hands down her pants? I don't know, what do you do? Do you feel her bosom? Do you give her a hug and show your sexual soft side? I don't know. I'd probably just say, hi, nice to meet you. We've been going out for 3 months now, and I'm really excited that this is happening. And, maybe we could have some sexy time. Or is that too blunt? I'm not sure. So yes, basically, in a nutshell, all I've got to do now is make Mother's tea, and then we could be on our way to Sheffield. I love cooking. Basically, we're going to make Mother's tea. It consists of a chili cheeseburger, some vegetables. So we put the vegetables on, nice and neat, like my favourite chef, Gordon Oliver.
So does your mother know about you meeting this girl today?
She does know. She knows that I'm courting, but it's to be expected. I just put a couple of sleeping pills in the food for Mother later, because I like to have her in bed for about 9 o'clock. Children, don't play with cling film. It can suffocate you, as I nearly found out when I was about 12 years old. I put some cling film on my face, and I basically nearly suffocated. Mother was not best pleased. Daddy split up from Mummy when I was about 5 years old. He left, started a new life with his secretary. He's got new children now, so we don't really speak to Daddy too much. I don't really like him anyway. He used to call me ugly and say that I was worthless, but I know different. I'll show him when I'm #1 games designer at Sega. Sega! The first game that I proposed to Sega was not accepted. It was basically based on the hurricane in New Orleans, Hurricane Katrina, and the characters in the game had to survive the hurricane and also loot for their food and kill other looters in order to survive until help arrived. But Sega, being the multinational corporation that they were, decided that such an idea was not very politically correct, whatever that means. I'm ready to go now.
You ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Remember to be quiet, because Mummy doesn't know you're here. Be quiet. Mother, I'm just going courting now, Mother. Yes, of course I'll ring you when I get there. Okay, Mother. Okay, love you too. Mwah. Mwah. Right, time to go. Time to go out into the big wide world. I I do worry about leaving Mother alone. Especially when you hear all these stories about rapists. I say I don't like the neighbours round here. There was a vicious rumour going around about me and Mother. Mother wasn't that bothered, but I wasn't best pleased. But that's just neighbours for you. That's what they're like. People. Fuckers. Basically, what happened was, one of the neighbours came round. They hadn't seen Mother out and about for a while. It was just shortly after her accident. So she was in a wheelchair when we were going out and about, but in the house she was on crutches. But she's a frail lady, she couldn't walk everywhere, and I couldn't be bothered wheeling her to and from the shops. So one of the neighbours came round, and basically they insinuated that I was having an incestuous relationship with my mother because she wasn't able to fend for herself, which is preposterous. This is my car. Mother bought it for me for my 18th birthday. We're basically going over to Sheffield, so we're going to go over the Pennines, and we should be there in approximately about 96 minutes, I would estimate. So, yes, here we go.
Fucking weird.
I've just got to empty my pockets. I've got a phobia about driving with things in my pockets, like mobile phones and wallets. I'm worried that my leg will slip off the pedal and we'll end up in a deep mass of water like on TV, like on EastEnders. So yes, we're off to Sheffield now. So, have you got your seatbelt on? You have, yes?
Yep,
Lovely.
I have.
Have a look at this. This is a bit of gadgetry for you. It's got a computer in the car. You have to put in the code. Don't film the code. I don't want people knowing my code, David. Top tip for you in the weather. If it's raining, make sure you put on your windscreen wipers and your headlights, so oncoming vehicles can see you when you are coming in the opposite direction. And yes, we are good to go. Check mirror, and off we go. The whole reason why I agreed to do this film is that I want people to realise it's a perfectly normal thing to wait for the one. We're not all the same. So if you are out there now and you're at home watching this programme, and you are a virgin and you're over the age of 12, then it's perfectly fine to be a virgin over the age of 12. We don't all have to end up shagging at that age and end up on Jeremy Kyle. Yes, I've got friends. I've got friends at Warhammer, like Matthew and Jonathan. Sometimes we roughly meet up once every 2 months at Warhammer and exchange paints and exchange colour schemes for dreadnoughts. I also speak to people in the other side of the continent, in Australia. It's remarkable, really, how I can have friends in Australia. Maybe one day, you never know, I may even get on an aerodynamic plane and go and visit them. I did have one friend at school. Well, I say one, yeah, I probably could class them as a friend. It was a supply teacher called Mr. Johnson. He was only there for 2 weeks, but I thought we got on quite well. He said that my English writing was quite well and I had a bit of a vivid imagination. We did have some extracurricular meetings, but he had to move away after some people said that our relationship got a bit close and it crossed the divide between teacher and pupil.
Where are we going?
Do you mean where are we going? I think it's time that our little conversation here, David, stopped. I think maybe you need to consider my feelings in all this while you're making your film and exploiting me to be some kind of weirdo.
Where are you going? He's Bartholomew's just stormed out for no reason. I think he's a bit nervous about the whole Sarah thing, and I think I've touched a nerve somewhere. But where he's gone? He's coming back.
Look, this is stupid. I think you need to apologise. Look, if things are going to go any further, David, you need to apologise for painting me out to be such a weirdo. Like, I don't mean to be angry. I just don't want to turn on the TV in front of the TV with Mother and see that you've painted me out to be some kind of weirdo. No, say it like you mean it. Say it louder so the people at home can see that you, David McLaughlin, filmmaker extraordinaire has overstepped the line. I'm not getting in the car until you say sorry. I don't care how cold it is, David.
I'm really, really sorry.
Okay. Look, I'm sure it'd be a perfectly reasonable explanation if Sarah so happened to scream another person's name.
Did that upset you at all?
No, yes, it bloody well would. Well, it depends on what name it was.